Take a breath. Count to 100,367. I'll wait. Everything is as it should be. Everything will continue to be as it should be. Remember, the future is in the past again. Also, the past is in the present, and the present hasn't arrived. Additionally, in some galaxy far, far away from here, there's a planet where all of those things you're most anxious about are happening in unison, the way they do in your head during a panic attack. Everyone is talking about you behind your back and about how you looked in that one outfit. You know the one I mean. Your mother does indeed hate you and regret your birth. That person you were madly in love with, who you never had the guts to say anything to, well, they loved you back. It's true. You're probably the reason they're an alcoholic now. It's all happening on planet Internal Mirror. Suffice it to say, it's a horrible planet, and if you keep it up, you'll be sent there sooner rather than later. Watch it. It has been 1,349 days since we have been liberated, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, comrades and friends, from the tyranny of freedom. This is your daily reminder of how good you have had it since the Artillian extraterrestrial invasion and subjugation 1,350 days ago, which succeeded after a battle with human forces lasting roughly 11 and a half minutes. All hail, Artillia. All hail the eyes in the sky. I am your host, Landon Harker, and here is how good you have it today. Apologies, friends. Parched. Today, in economic news, trickle-down economics. For those unaware, trickle-down economics is an economic theory that suggests that tax breaks and other benefits given to wealthy individuals and corporations will eventually trickle down to benefit the broader economy and society as a whole. The idea is that if the wealthy have more money, they will invest more, create more jobs, and ultimately boost economic growth, which will then benefit everyone else. However, many economists and experts argue that trickle-down economics does not work as intended and can actually exacerbate income inequality and harm the economy. There are several reasons for this. Wealthy individuals may not necessarily invest in job-creating ventures. Instead, they may use their increased wealth to engage in speculative investments or to purchase luxury goods and services, which do not necessarily benefit the broader economy. Tax breaks and other benefits for the wealthy can result in less revenue for the government, which can lead to cuts in social programs and infrastructure spending that are crucial to economic growth. Trickle-down economics can exacerbate income inequality. When the wealthy are given tax breaks and other benefits, they are able to accumulate even more wealth, while those at the bottom of the income scale may not see any significant benefits. And trickle-down economics can result in reduced consumer demand, which can ultimately harm economic growth. When the wealthy are given tax breaks, they may not necessarily spend that money, while those at the bottom of the income scale are more likely to spend any additional income they receive. Regardless of the previously stated information, the Artillian Division of Ignorance and Economics has hereby decreed that all global economic systems will now be trickle-down based. This will not work in any way, shape, or form, except to further enrich those who are already exceedingly wealthy. The Artillians, for their part, exchange goods and services within their own governmental structures and societies purely for the benefit of the society as a whole, and find the idea of having to have a certain number of pieces of cotton in order to procure something you need bizarre and a little gay. Not that that's a bad thing. Anyway, they are not taking a moral position on this. It's more of an experiment of sorts. Just how rich can they make the rich people before the rank and file among you rise up and begin the crucifixions And when I say experiment, I mean that in the sense of placing a few hundred red ants in a glass jar with 5 black ants. Yes, it will yield objective results of a kind, but mostly it's fun to watch it happen and wonder what it would be like if you could hear ants scream. In case it was unclear, you are the ants in this example. Is this spring water, Lewis? No talk back, just, excuse me. No talk back, just nod or shake. Spring, yes? Yeah? No, it's fine. It just tastes a little off. In arboreal news, the young trees and the old trees that were replaced with old trees and young trees respectively didn't take a rejection of sorts. Think of it like a Tijuana hair transplant. It looks good for a few hopeful weeks, and then poof, there's a mess in the sink. The poof, in this case, was, well, all of the old trees, while fortunately, it only affected 100% of the young trees. Those of you now considering that the word all is potentially a synonym for 100% of something are ahead of the curve. Long story short, all the trees died. The question you're likely asking yourself is the same that the Artillean Division of Arboreal has asked me to answer. What good are trees anyway? Well, trees are natural carbon sinks, meaning that they absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere during photosynthesis and store it in their biomass. This helps to mitigate the effects of climate change by reducing the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which is a major contributor to global warming. Trees are also crucial for the production of oxygen. During photosynthesis, trees absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen into the atmosphere. In fact, it's estimated that trees provide around 30% of the oxygen we breathe. Trees provide habitat and food for a vast array of wildlife, from insects to birds to mammals. Forests are some of the most biodiverse ecosystems on the planet, and many species depend on them for survival. Trees help to maintain soil health by preventing erosion and retaining moisture. They also provide nutrients to the soil through their leaf litter and root systems. Trees play an important role in the water cycle by absorbing and releasing water through their roots and leaves. They help to regulate the amount of water in the soil and prevent flooding and erosion. In short, you're pretty well fucked. Grab a hold of your knees, swing your head back between your legs, and kiss your ass goodbye. To help you say farewell to both the trees and therefore the planet, the Artillean Division of Arboreal F***ups has presented me with a picture of a particularly fetching tree to show you, which now makes me question for the first time whether or not Artilleans fully comprehend that this show has no visual component. I can, however, inform you it is a wonderful-looking tree, tall and sort of tubular and moving vertically with a brown sort of barky surface for the majority of the center. And then at the cross sections are smaller barky tubes jutting out at right angles, then erupting into greenness. It's quite something to behold. Why not picture that in your mind and listen to this? And now, in political news, the new Artillean government's constitutional policies have sparked a heated debate among politicians and experts alike. Some argue that the reforms are necessary to boost growth, while others fear they will lead to further inequality. The partisan pandemonium of electoral brouhaha and bureaucratic filibuster convolutes the quagmire of socioeconomic malaise, casting a pall of dour hopelessness over the tattered remnants of democracy. The kaleidoscope echoes of ideology and rhetoric whirl through the stratosphere of political discourse, a turbulent maelstrom of polemical dissonance and semantic chaos. Oh, wow. The words on my copy are dancing. Everything's so green, man. So green, all together. As I wandered through the carnival grounds, the kaleidoscope of rainbows and fireworks exploded in a glittering frenzy of cascading colors and crackling energy. The dizzying aroma of Cracker Jacks and cotton candy mingled with the rhythmic thump of the Ferris wheel, casting a surreal aura of ecstatic bliss over the throngs of revelers. The riotous panoply of neon lights and polychromatic displays swirled in a dervish of dance and ecstasy, exuberance, a dizzying feast for the senses. They left me gasping for breath. The frenzied vortex of sensory stimuli coalesced into a transcendent crescendo of rapturous joy, the pinnacle of transcendent experience that left me spellbound and transformed. When all else fails, turn off your mind, relax, and float downstream. Oh, fuck. Lewis, did you give me the tap water? Yeah, that was a nod? Yes. So I have ingested a large dose of LSD 25, have I? Well, follow up for you, if it please the court. Why is 1/4 of your face that of a lion? Also, why can I hear my blood? Also, have you ever noticed how devious pistachios look? What are they planning, man? What are they planning? Comrades, I want to continue on with the next story, but I am having some trouble holding the page, given that my fingers are currently snakes, neither skin tone nor scaled, but pearlescent and shimmering and turning back and watching me as I talk. And I know they cannot applaud, for they are without tiny hands, but they want to, and what if they could? Now hear this. Apropos of nothing, friends, the shrink that turned most people on to LSD in principle was pretty fucking out there. He wanted to teach dolphins to talk. Seriously, he got funding from government agencies for this. CIA and NASA. Carl Sagan and his research assistant for this experiment shared a house with a dolphin for several months. Weird already? Well, she fucked that dolphin. Really, look it up. Point is, LSD is a hell of a drug. But it's best not to panic. Relax. Let's proceed with some human interest on this day in human history. 1607, the first permanent English settlement in America was established at Jamestown, Virginia. 1787, delegates began to assemble in Philadelphia to write the United States Constitution. 1948, the independent state of Israel was officially declared, ending British rule. 1973, the United States launched the Skylab space station into orbit, which became the first successful space station to be operated by a single country. 2004, the U.S. Army and American contractors were accused of abusing Iraqi prisoners at Abu Ghraib prison, leading to widespread condemnation and controversy. These events are so important, man. We shouldn't forget. Don't forget, right? People are beautiful. We are all one. Even Lewis and I, even though he shot me, even though I died. Yes, friends, sorry to keep you in suspense. I did die. But none of you can be rid of me that easily. Not even Betty. Our beautiful Artilian gods took note of my imminent importance, and one of their first acts was to clone me. There isn't one, Landon Harker, no, for we are all legion. I never sleep, friends, and I'll never die. Blood Meridian reference. If you get it, you get it. Oh, God, this shit is heavy. I smell popcorn. No, wait. There's a bowl of popcorn in front of me. Oh, what the man? Has this been here the whole time? No. I would have eaten it. I love popcorn. Do I? Oh, God. Oh, God, it's turning on me. Oh, can everyone hear that? Am I saying this right now? It's music. Beautiful music. And my voice. Jesus.
Trip to Havenhoe, up, down, to and fro. You have no words. Trip to a dream dragon. Hide your wings in a ghost tower. Sails cackling at every plate we break. It was cracked by scattered needles. Little mini gun coughs and clears his throat. Madam, you see before you stand. Hey, ho, never be still. The old original favorite grind. Grasshoppers green, a berry and bad. And the tune they play isn't us confined. So trip to Havenhoe, up, down, to and fro. You have no words. Please leave us here. Close our eyes to the octopus ride. Isn't it good to be lost in the wood? Isn't it bad, so quiet there? We're in the wood. Meant even less to me than I thought, with the honey plow of yellow, prickly seeds, clover honey pots and mystic shining feed. Well, the madcap laughed at the man on the border. Hey, ho, huff the Talbot. Cheat, he'd cry, shout a kangaroo. It's true, in the tree they cried. Please leave us here. Close our eyes to the octopus ride. Please leave us here. Close our eyes to the octopus ride. Well, the madcap laughed at the man on the border. Hey, ho, huff the Talbot. The winds they blew and the leaves should wag. They'll never put me in their bag. The seas will reach and always seep. So high you go, so low you creep. The wind it blows in tropical heat. The drones they throw on mossy seats. The squeaking door will always creak. To up, to down will never meet. So merrily trip and go my side. Please leave us here. Close our eyes to the octopus ride.
Well, friends, that was weird. It appeared to be a cover of a little-known Syd Barrett song that somehow contained a voice eerily close to mine. But I neither sing nor play the guitar. I think I need some orange slices. Yes, everything's cool. Lewis, man, I forgive you for all of it. The shooting and the doping. I can hear so many colors. And despite our best efforts, France is still on fire. Mayhem is a Wetwork Media production starring Landon Harker. It is written and produced by Dan Lauer. All music is provided courtesy of Kevin MacLeod and licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. To learn more, visit incompetech.com